Back at it again, baby! Yes, what is up, everyone? As you can see today, we have Mafex or Medicom Toys' Hush Batman, and I am so excited for this one because I will probably be dropping my best Batman impressions throughout the review, just because it'll be like, and the articulation. It's gonna be really bad. It's kind of just fun, and I'm sorry that it's gonna get weird for you guys, but I'm really excited for this just because this is my very first Mafex figures line. I've been always eyeing them, and thanks to DJ over there on mystatictoys.com, which you should totally go ahead over there and pick this dude up. He's going to run you about $95. However, using the promo code LeCompton will save you some monies, I believe, some 10% over there. So please head on over there if you haven't already done so to pick up this dude. And I'll be dropping that at the end here too, once we give him the final thoughts. But man, like I said, Batman has just been... He's always been a consistent in my life. Whether I come back to him as in like, hey buddy, I miss you, I love your stuff, or just, I don't know, when I get into Batman, I get into Batman. So this figure is making like 8-year-old Compton just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So I'm so freaking excited. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this review. So for articulation for Batman, I'm going to start from the top and then work my way down here. Can look up about that much, not too bad. Can look down about that much, not too bad. Can't really do too much as far as range of motion, as far as like tilting and stuff. And this is, like I said, my first Mafex, so I don't really know exactly how to treat him. Can do full 360, has the neck joint as well, so it does help have him look down a little more if he's wanting to look down and like, where are the other sort of thing. If you want him to do that, can do a wingspan, because he's got, cape, kind of looks like wings because he's a bat. Anyways, a wingspan about that much like that, and we're gonna just move that little soft cloth thing right there. We're gonna get into this in a minute, so do not fret. Can do a full 360 about that. Has a rather impressive pow sort of thing as far as butterfly joints goes. Does have a bicep swivel and all the way around. Double jointed arms, and then a ball joint within the wrist. Can curl and then turn sideways and do like so. Not too bad, Batman. Not too bad. Or Bruce. Sorry, I'm already revealing your... I'm just gonna get my ass kicked at the end of this, so not a good idea. Can do an ab crunch about like that, as far as limbo style, about like that. I'm noticing his back is like extremely like, dude, calm down. That's a lot. That's going to be in the sculpting section, but it kind of does make it a little bulky. And then you've got this very ugly DC Comics China thing coming in the back there. But I mean, like, unless somebody was just like covering him down and beating him up, which I don't think really happens too much, I think it's fine. And then has the hip joint right here, which is disconnected. So you've got the torso, the ab, and then the hip joint right there. And as far as splitting motion goes for this man, I'm scared. So can't really do too much as far as that goes. I don't see it. Yeah, there doesn't really seem to be too much give there. So as far as splits, not to the best there. And then can kick up about that high, do a other split about like that, which is okay. It just kind of, I don't know, something about it is kind of making me very weary. Has a very high, I don't want to call it a thigh cut in there, but it does allow for some range of motion, turning sideways. Double jointed knees right here, looking nice. And then you've got the toe pointing down like so, looking up like yay. Has a little, you know what, I'm not even gonna call that ankle rocker. There is no ankle rocker. It does, you know, can swivel about like that, but it can't turn sideways like on a dime or anything. And then, you know, I know it got that whole pivot action right there. Looking, oh my goodness, Batman, what are you doing, tiptoeing around? Okay, and this is the first time I've done something like this, so I do want to just kind of look at it, look at it, sort of thing. So he obviously has some wires in his cape there, so it's really, really cool. There's only about 2 wires per side there, but still, honestly, awesome. I don't really enjoy soft goods that much, but when it comes to like this sort of thing right here, it has a lot of like potential and range of motion. But yeah, so that is the 2 wires. You got it right here and then right here in the top. So kind of just making it look really cool with this the little cape. So not too bad as far as articulation. There's a little bit of stuff that kind of has me not worried or anything, but just like, ooh, this I could see that if this was, you know, like maybe your first Mafex line and you were kind of like moving around like some other figures, there might be a little breakage in there. So be careful. That's my advice here. But I mean, like, if you're spending this much money on figures, I think you're gonna be careful. That's just me. It just kind of makes sense, just because you don't want, I don't know, these dudes are expensive, and for you to just be like, sort of thing, like, you know, an 8-year-old, then it's not, don't do it. It's not good. Alright, for paint apps and sculpting. Yep, paint apps and sculpting. If you didn't understand that, I should probably have like a Batman translator right here every time I do that, just because nobody understands him. Nobody understands me, so I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, looking really nice here. The paint apps on this are really good. There's like a good combination of crisp, stark colors, and then some really nice, a little bit of shading going on there. So it lends itself really well to it. So on the face here, looking really nice. You got the cow eyes looking nice. You've got the ear coming through there. So just showing off some classic Batman. And then over here, this is a very different feeling plastic. Actually, the whole figure is a different feeling plastic than I'm used to. Not to say it's a cheaper quality, but it's kind of a little bit more on the, I guess, rough end as far as like finishing or plastic goes, and it's not bad by any means. It's just different for me, so I'm not against it. I kind of like the way it feels. It kind of seems like it fits the character a little more. Anyways, going down to the bat chest there, looking really, really nice. No paint imperfection right there. And then if we're looking at those sculpted abs, no, looks like there's a little bit of shading going on in between the abdominal muscles there. And then going over to the arms, looking really nice. Just a hint of dark gray on the biceps, so looking really good. Same thing can be said about the gauntlets, or the blade, little glove sort of things that stops swords, I guess, or just beats people up. I always thought that Batman would just use these to like cut the crap out of people, but I think they're just more for you know, design sort of thing. But looking really good. As you can see, a little bit of shading on there that gives it a really good look. Going down to the utility belt, it is, what do I gotta say about this utility belt? It looks really, really, really nice. So it is all stark colors. I don't really see any shading on it whatsoever, but the sculpting looks really good. You even got those little buttonholes right there to give it that old school utility belt look. And then same thing can be said on the here. And then also, we're just going to cover them up just because we want to beat them up. Look at those shredded deltoids. Holy my God. I know you're like peak physical form Batman and everything, but it's almost too much. It's like Broly level or Jiren level too much there for you Dragon Ball character people out there. But like, shading in between the muscles, looking really, really nice. Going down to this weird butt shot there because, you know, Batman, and underwear, and like that's what I grew up with. All the superheroes that I used to know had underwear, and they weren't afraid to show it. Now they're just like, no, it's not cool enough, sort of thing. But you've got the shading on the gluteus maximus going right there, and then on the hamstrings and thighs looking really good. Going up to the front, same thing can be said about the quads there, and then going down to the bottom on the calves looking really nice. So there's just like a almost an airbrush effect of the dark gray that goes over the light gray. So it's really, really nice. And even with the regular colors there, like it just lends itself to it. So that looks really good. And then on the bottom here, like loving the way those boots look. Like, holy my God, look at you, Batman, Mr. Bruce Wayne. Anyway, so looking really good as far as paint, apps, and sculpting go, Brucey boy. For accessories, or accessories, that's Batman for accessories. Looking really nice as far as this cowl goes. Like, honestly, the dude is extremely pale. But I mean, Batman or Bruce does not. I don't think he's seen sunlight in probably a year, so his vitamin D deficiency is real, but he does, however, have moon ray tan. Like, look how pale it is. Anyways, it looks so good. The underlining around the mouth there looks really good, giving it a little bit of definition. And then what really takes it for this headpiece is it's the cowl, and it's the sculpting in the cowl. You've got it really nice. You've got a little bit of shading there in the front, in between the eyes, and then also a little bit on the forehead, and then just like all of it looks so good. Now I do see a little bit of paint, I wouldn't say imperfections, but yeah, imperfections right there on the mouthpiece right there, and same thing can be said about that, but it's not like glaringly bad. We're like 100% zoomed in. Like my camera, it's extremely zoomed in is all you got to know. And then you got the ears looking really nice as far as the sculpting goes. So not so bad on this first cowl piece here. Cowl. Ooh, yes, that looks really good. Holy my God, look at the definition in those teeth. You can see every single one. I feel like a dentist would take his little pick and be like, 1, 2, you got a cavity on that one right there, Mr. Wayne. So looking really nice. And then as the same thing that was said last time, the sculpting on the cowl is fan-freaking-tastic. You've got a little bit of shading there on the front, and then some more on the forehead as well. Imperfections on the little side there, and you've got like a little blue smudge coming in above it, but it's not too bad. Doesn't look to be the same on this side, so that is good. So it's just stuck on one side. And then the nose, you can actually see his little his cowl nose, so that is awesome. So really good detail as far as, like, you know, didn't have to be there, but they totally did it. And then the eyes perfectly perfect like Batman eyes, and then ears looking great as well. Seriously, that looks so good. Like it's like I said, Don Draper, but the sculpting on his hair looks really nice. Look at it. It's got like a little bit of blue that kind of like harkens back to the comics, and then you got some black, obviously. And I don't want to say gray or anything, but there is definitely some shading in there that gives it more definition. But the face is looking really good. The jawline is fan-freaking-tastic. Eyebrows are, they're good. They're really good. The eyes are a little bit squinty, but I think that kind of just, that's Bruce, I guess. You know, like, it's out in the daylight, so he's not used to the sun blinding him like that. And then there's a tiny bit of shading going in between those lips there, giving it definition. And ears, not too bad. They're a little smudgy. Same thing on that side, but seriously, overall a fantastic headpiece. Alright, and here more accessories. Part 2, we have got Batman's grappling hook, and it looks really good. It's extended. It's got a metal feel to it, which is really awesome. So it doesn't like it doesn't break or like sag for under any pressure there. So that's really cool. So you can have that extended. And then also you got the other one, and it looks really nice as well. It goes straight into there, so there's no like slacker going on or anything, so that is awesome. And it's a really cool feeling little grappling hook, so he can Adam West all the Batmans or up all the sidewalks there, so awesome. And nextly for accessories, we've got his batarangs, and he comes with 2 of each there, so that's really cool. This one's kind of got the moon crescent look to it, with a little bit of some blade looks there to it. Really nice. It has a really cool feel, and then it's got the little protruding thing in the middle there, so that's awesome, giving it just more of a realistic look. And for the other one, we have got the classic batarang, to where it actually looks like a bat, and you're gonna get popped in the ass for it. I'm not gonna lie, like that's what's gonna happen if you see this thing flying at you. It's gonna pop you in the ass, but it looks really good. There is no raised sort of thing right there. It's just all completely flat there, so that is the difference between the two. But still loving the fact that they gave us 4 actual batarangs to you know, mess around with the dude, because, you know, it's Batman. He's got batarangs. He bats people. He batarangs people. I don't know. Kapow. And for hands, we have got his fisticuffs there, right there, giving him the old Martha and Bruce Wayne. Is it kind of like dark to name his 2 fighting fists after his dead parents? You know, I feel like it's something dark that he would do. He's like, I'm gonna beat you up with my parents. And here we've got Batman's open hands there, so looking really nice. He's kind of like he can either stop a punch or grip something, so yeah, you know. Now I will say that these are like, they're more of a soft rubber type of hand there, so it is a little harder to put it on the ball peg of the wrist, which also causes room for concern, just because you don't want to snap it, because it is a little bit of a rather long peg there, so that gives it a little bit more potential to possibly break. And here we got some more open palm hands there, sort of thing. They're kind of like more relaxed there, so I guess you could have those to where he has his hands down beside, or like down by his side there. Or maybe they're like karate technique hands, because, you know, he has like 6,000 black belts or something, just because, you know, that makes sense. So I'd consider these his batarang holding hands there. They're a little bit of a curled finger there that holds the batarang in place. So if you want to have them like, you want me to throw one of these at you, sort of thing, you can totally do that with these type of hands. By far my favorite set of the hands. Oh my god, he's got the batarangs to where he can just, it's definitely Wolverine style, but they look really cool. Now they are very soft plastic there, so you can kind of pull them like that. And then also mine, I'm just gonna say mine and not in general, but mine has a little bit of a lighter plastic thing right there, so it kind of looks like it had some wear done before it was actually installed in the package there. So that's kind of a little bit of a bummer, especially since these are my favorite hands thus far. Okay, so I know I mentioned the other one were Batman or Batarang holding hands, but these are the definitive Batman holding or Batarang holding hands. Now, the way it is, it looked like it was just a fist there, but if you can see in between the thumb and the index finger, there's a little bit of a gap, which fits these in there very snugly. Like, look, I'm just it's not coming out there, so that's awesome, especially so he can actually grip them, and you can even make him do more dynamic posing to where he has it in his hand, and you're not going to be like, okay, I have to have it straight up or else it's going to fall out for the picture. This hand actually makes that work perfectly. And last but not least, we've already shown these off, but I want to go into more detail with them. Like, look at the lining around the bat or the grappling gun there. Looks really awesome, and you got a little bit of protruding little parts there that give it a realistic look. And then on the inside, this is what kills me. Look at how detailed the inside is there. Like, it's got that ribbed texture thing sort of, so it's really cool, especially for it just to be installed in his hand there. So awesome. I'm liking it. So Brucey boy stands at about 6.5 inches there, with the pointy cow, little the pointy bat ears there. So not too bad as far as size goes. It seems like he is going to fit pretty well with other lines there, just standing at that height. I'd actually like to see what he would look like compared to some other people's. Now, I will go ahead and give you a caveat, forewarning. I don't have any other Batman figures, especially from this line. Well, I do, but it's kind of in storage. But anyways, so we're going to just throw them together with a bunch of other lines, see what he looks like, just to show you, if you possibly have any of those lines, you know, what he's going to look like on your shelf. Alright, and for size comparisons, we have got a plethora of lines, and like I said, I wanted to show a pretty good comparison with a lot of stuff, just to give you an idea of what he looks like. First off, starting from the left, we have Figma or Max Factory, Good Smile, whatever you want to call it. Shoto Totoroki, which you can find the review right up there if you'd like. That just came out last week, so it's pretty hot off the presses. I'm just saying, you should check it out. And then we got Hasbro's Black Series Star Wars Darth Vader right here, SH Figuarts Anti-Ock Spider-Man suit, and then Marvel Legends Spider-Man Noir, and of course, where the origin of this channel, we've got Dragon Ball SH Figuarts Ultra Instinct Goku on the far right there. So honestly, he looks pretty good with a lot of these lines. So he's not like overtowering them or too small or anything. So I really like the way that looks. But anyways, guys, we have done our articulation, paint, apps, and sculpting, accessories, and size comparisons. So without further ado, it's time to look at this photograph. Ladies and gentle collectors, are you entertained? Oh my good golly gracious, this is the absolute best Batman figure that I have touched, reviewed, looked at, understood, finagled with, whatever. Like, he is so good. I honestly can't tell you really too many gripes. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of gripes, but they might just be me. The figure itself feels a little bit flimsy. I guess that's the only way to put it. But other than that, dude, holy my God, it's such an awesome figure between his accessories, the things he comes with, and like seriously, the 6 pairs of interchangeable hands just takes it alone right there. Now, are you going to use most of them for a Batman? Probably not. But the Batarangs really help, and then that cape. Like I said, I'm not really the biggest fan of soft goods when it comes to things like that. But when it has wires in it, it gives the thing so much more character, so much more life, and like you can just hit these awesome poses like this. Oh my God, like if seriously, if I could go back and tell 8-year-old Compton, hey dude, you're gonna be reviewing a Batman figure that is going to be doing some of the coolest poses, he would have lost it. But and another thing with his legs, they don't really get into the high kick sort of kick there. So that is the other, I guess I would say, bummer gripe sort of thing. But other than that, man, holy crap, he's such an awesome figure. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. Rating scale is hate it Yeah, we're gonna skip that one. Like it, love it, got to freaking have it. Yes, got to freaking have it is what this figure gets from me. Like I said, I don't really know too many things to gripe about him with. This being my first Mafex really has me excited for the rest of the line, and possibly, you know, a new freaking rabbit hole for me to get sucked into. Don't do it. You can't afford it right now. But if you like those shots going on over there, make sure and head on over to LeCompton _projects. Give them a like, love, follow, whatever you got to do. And if you're wondering, Compton, this is an awesome figure. How do I get this? Well, my absolutely fan-freaking-tastic fellow viewer, head on over to mystatictoys.com and pick him up over there. Make sure to use the promo code LeCompton at checkout to save yourself some monies, possibly 10% off. That would be awesome, because these dudes are a little pricey, so saving money anywhere just can't hurt. It really can't. It's so cool to be able to collaborate with him over there. Such an awesome guy, and the quality of the shipping is fan-freaking-tastic, and then the speed as well, just killing it, making Amazon look like, well, not Amazon Prime, I mean, like, nobody's gonna be Amazon Prime, but like as far as the packaging goes, that's where Amazon just starts to lose it in my book, because, you know, some people are inbox collectors. I don't know why you would be for this awesome figure, but I mean, that's you do you. Oh, and if you're not sick of me talking to you, or just, you know, you maybe you want to come hang out, head on over to twitch.tv/LeCompton _projects and follow me over there. I think I've got some time free in this next week, so I'm actually going to be popping on there. I know I said I wasn't going to do Ghost of Tsushima, but I just want you guys to enjoy it with me, and that's kind of probably the only way I'm going to beat that game, is if I have people who are like, do it, oh my god, you suck, that sort of thing. So go and give me a follow over there if you'd like, and if you have someone that loves Batman and is like kind of looking for a figure, make sure and share this review to them. It really helps, and hopefully it helps them make that decision as well. If you haven't already done so, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for the 2-for-1 combo deal to let you know when my new videos are coming out. And until next time, guys, Compton out. Compton out.